The Burn is a brand new show about connecting you to what drives you in your life, the story that you're writing, and the legacy that you will leave behind. So oftentimes we hear stories about what somebody's done, the championships that they've won. But what I have found over the last 14 years, having the opportunity to work with some of the most elite performers in the world, from sports to the world of business, from the field to the boardroom, is that what drives champions in anything in life, it's not just the why, it's not just the purpose, as we commonly hear people talk about all the time. It's that underlying burn. It's the burn within their heart that lights them up to believe that anything is possible in their lives. You have that same burn in you. So what this show is all about is about connecting you more consistently to that burn that lies inside of you, for you to achieve like you never have before in your life. We all have a story. We've all been through challenge. We've all been through adversity. We will bring you some of the top performers in the world to not talk about the championships and the accolades, but to share their burn, to connect you more consistently to that burn that lies inside of you. So many of you know my story. My burn comes from watching my mother battle a rare muscle disease called amyloidosis. At the time of her diagnosis in the mid-'80s, my mother was only the second woman under 40 years old they'd ever seen or heard of having the disease. She was given 2 to 4 years to live. My mom, single mom, divorced when I was 6 months old. I never knew my parents together. We had 24-hour nursing care in our house the last year that she was living. And when she was given the news that she had 2 to 4 years to live, she took out an old blue Mead notebook. It's a place where my mother would write, "Believe in yourself, combat anything, purpose in life." This journal I have talked about over 1,000 times from the stage in my speaking and coaching career. And now for the first time, I'm going to show all of you, here is my mother's journal. I talk about the old blue journal. And it was in these pages. This is right here where she writes one of the most important things right here, purpose in life. That purpose, that burn. How often do you connect to the burn that lies inside of you? Watching my mother connect to her burn, it's the only thing that could explain her ability to get from her room turned into a hospital room, her last year living, 24-hour nursing care, to walk all the way to the dinner table. With an IV stand in tow, whether it took one nurse or 2 nurses, she would make her way to the head of that dining room table to lead my brother and I. Her greatest purpose, her burn, was to continue to lead her 2 boys no matter what pain she experienced. Purpose will overtake pain in your life too. And it was the words in this journal that turned into my mother's action that have helped me realize that not just for me, but for you, that burn in your heart, that fire, that underlying passion, the fire that lights you up inside, will help you fight through anything in your life. Stay locked in on that purpose. Think about the last 30 days. How often have you connected to that purpose and that burn? The last 30 days. Now this is between you and me. This is like one-on-one coaching. If it hasn't been consistent enough, why not start now? Connect to that burn today and do it every day. I've done it every single day in my life, and it causes me to not want to quit, to get up one more time than it's been knocked down. That's what success is all about. Your ability to get back up one more time than you've been knocked down. Connecting to the burn enables you to listen to the coaches, to listen to the mentors, to realize that you're not alone. Now imagine, let's say over the last 30 days, you were like a 6 or a 7, or maybe a 2 or a 3, or maybe you haven't understood what your burn was yet. This show will not only help you uncover that burn, it's going to help you connect to it more often, because every single week we're we're going to bring you episodes. And it's going to be a way for you to check in and to say, have I been connecting to my burn? That story motivates me. That story fuels me. Maybe it's this one story that causes you to say, that's it for me. I'm now more clear on my burn. We're going to bring it to you every single week with some of the highest performers in the world. Because this is your story. And it's not about, like I mentioned, hearing the accolades, the championships, all those descriptions. These are going to be short episodes, 4 or 5 minutes long, to connect you consistently to the burn. Because what I've learned is that is the difference for the highest performers in the world. It's that burn that lights them up inside, that causes them to connect to that passion, that purpose, to want to take the necessary daily action to achieve like they have never achieved in their lives. I couldn't be any more excited for our team to have this opportunity to come to you every single week to connect you to your burn as you continue to write the story of your legacy. Let's go do great things together.